You're listening to the ESO Network, your station for all things geek.
Hey there, welcome to episode 313 of the Soul Forge podcast.
Welcome to the Soul Forge, a place of silent mystery, quiet contemplation, and outright mayhem. Join your host, Shawn as he guides you through the adventures of living. Together, we'll talk about life and love, sex and dating, joy and heartache, memories and loss, and so much more. Don't worry, it's not nearly as pretentious as it sounds. Get ready for life, the universe, and everything on the Soul Forge.
Hey everyone, it's Shawn back at you with another exciting episode. And today I've got a special guest. She's been here a few times before. Who the hell are you?
Hello everybody, it's G back at it from Amore.
What's Amore?
Amore for your pleasure. The greatest little adults only store on the corner of Korah and Douglas.
Here in downtown Sault Ste. Marie.
You got it.
Excellent, excellent. So it's been a while since we've done a show.
It has.
And actually it's been a year since we did our first episode together.
It has. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, yes.
Yes.
I love it.
I think this might be number 4 or 5, I'm not sure. But whatever, who's keeping?
Exactly, who's counting? And
right.
If you are, let us know so we can get it right next time.
Exactly, that's right.
But let us know nicely.
Always.
Right.
soulforgepodcast@gmail.com. Okay, so here I am.
Yes.
We finally got together. You've been traveling all over the world, doing all kinds of stuff.
Like it. Yes. Yeah.
So we had a few moments here to get together, and we're going to talk about a bunch of different random things.
Yeah, we are. We're kind of just mixed hodgepodge. There we go. The hodgepodge of fun.
The hodgepodge of podcast. There you go. So I walked in here, and you were talking to some lady about a human auction.
Yeah, that sounds. It is. Bear with us. So one of the randoms we're talking about is this great event called Scarlet Affair. I do believe that this is like the 4th or 5th annual, and it's a fundraiser event. It's a drag show.
Okay. And
the fundraising is for Harp or families or individuals affected by HIV or AIDS.
Oh, that sounds like a good cause.
Very good cause. Very good cause. They're a wonderful team of people. And so this wonderful drag show, proceeds of the tickets, partial goes to. But I thought, let's kick it up a notch and have some fun. Mm-hmm. So we are doing basically like a celebrity auction. And we're just going to tease you with, we might have some of the Amore crew up on that auction block.
Oh, like your models?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
Or maybe a certain owner might step up to the plate. And also, the drag queens and a couple of the drag kings are also going to be auctioned off. So then what is going to happen for the safety factor of our customers and of our performers, the date is going to be our St. Paddy's Day fashion show.
Well, that's convenient.
Right, and the St. Paddy's Day fashion show is free, so you're not buying more tickets.
Okay.
Yeah, but all proceeds from this celebrity auction are going directly to families, individuals affected.
Okay.
So tickets are only $15.
I'm looking at them right now.
Yes.
Scarlet Affair general admission, February 17th at 8 p.m. at the Soo Moose Lodge.
Yep.
On Trunk Road.
But if you want VIP tickets...
Oh, I've got those here too.
$25 each.
Okay, and what does the VIP give you?
So VIP, you get a reserved table closer to the front. And I've heard a little birdie rumor saying that there might be some swag bags going on with that. And but it's mostly that you get a reserved table, because even though the Moose Hall is big, this fills up fast.
I can imagine.
Yeah. So we have the tickets for sale, of course, here at Amore, because of course we'll do everything and anything to help sponsor our friends and local talent. So we have the tickets for sale. And I think they're doing them on Eventbrite, but just come see us. Just come see us, because you never know what else you're going to find in here.
Well, there's so many cool things here, which we'll talk about momentarily.
Yes.
So that is February 17th.
Yes.
That's when you're doing the human auction.
Yes.
But then the date is a month later.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where's that being held?
That's going to be at Jay's Piston Broke Pub.
Just down the street from here.
Exactly.
On Korah Road.
You got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And Jay's got we're going to we should have some food specials going on, and even if you just want to enjoy a pop, he's got everybody covered regardless of what you like to drink.
Nice.
So, yeah,
That
and it's a
sounds-
great little place.
It is.
Yeah, I love it, Jared. It's a really comfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been there a couple times for your shows. And
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very nice there.
Yeah.
So tell me about the human auction. what is this a fundraiser for? It's for that?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So all proceeds from this auction will go to Harp, or again, a family or an individual affected from living with HIV or AIDS.
Okay.
And we're gonna have like a fun little blurb about who the person is.
Okay.
And then starting bid and all that proceed, and then like I said, you get a date with them during our fashion show, and then for a couple of hours afterwards to sit and chat and get to know each other, or
And
get
see
to
what
know
happens.
exactly. It's a chance to get to know your favorite drag queen or king.
There you go.
Because we've got some. They're all so talented and wonderful, and it's just a fun night out,
Sounds like a fun night.
but a great cause.
For sure.
Right?
Definitely.
So yeah, so make sure you got your bills in your pocket to woo.
Of course. Of course.
And I everybody is going to bring some good bidding wars, but a little bit biased. There's a few people on that roster that are definitely going to bring some bidding wars, but you just have to come to the show to find out for sure who's up there.
Well, it sounds exciting.
And it's going to be. I'm excited. We thought we'd try something new and different, right?
We need that in town.
We do. Desperately.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So that fills in what I walked into,
Yes.
the half conversation that I heard.
Yes.
Okay, so now I understand what's going on.
Yes, because it was a very spotty drag auction, humans, who, where. Yeah, it was an interesting listen to walk in on,
Definitely.
which are a lot of the conversations around
That
here.
usually happens when I come by. Yeah.
Yeah.
What am I missing now? Okay.
Right?
Yeah. For
What
sure.
are we doing now?
Oh boy, here we go again. Okay, it's always interesting.
Oh, it
And
is.
fun. So
Yes.
there's that.
Yes.
Yes, very good.
Yeah.
Okay, so was there any other exciting new products you wanted to discuss before we get into the main topic? Because the shelves are looking kind of bare, actually.
I know. It has been, number one, Christmas was through the roof. And again, thank you so much, Sault Ste. Marie, for all your amazing love and support. The city's really good to us. But the reason they're a little bit bare is because everything's in boxes behind me, because our university is amazing. And it's the student bingo, but they do consent bingo for their students, and because it's a new semester starting, so the university comes and they support us locally and buy the
nice.
product. Yeah, so there's a box beside me that we're restocking the shelves. More goodies are coming in tomorrow, and there is a new line coming out tomorrow.
Oh,
I cannot wait to see it. They finally did it. Emoji baiters. So they took the emojis,
Yeah.
aka your eggplant and banana, pickle, and they turned them into vibrators.
wow.
And that line will be in tomorrow. I can't wait to see them. They're brand new out, and we're going to be the only ones to get them. So
Well, that's exciting.
right?
Emoji vibrators.
Yep, emoji baiters.
Emoji baiter. What do they think of next?
Can't wait.
Right?
Well, yeah, no, I can't wait.
You can't wait. You can't wait.
So yeah, so that'll all hit the shelf. I'm not sure what time tomorrow, but yeah, the order will be in. So
And by the time this podcast comes out, they'll already be here.
right,
So,
and hopefully still here.
yeah.
But if you heard it, just come in, and if we don't have it, we'll get it right back in for you. Because
There you
I
go.
have a funny feeling. I kind of can't wait. It's the only time I'll ever say I can't wait to see the eggplant. Unless it's Parmesan doused in butter and on my plate.
Sure.
Then yeah. But this way, it's the only time I'll say I'm excited to see an eggplant.
That's fair. Okay. Sounds good to me. All right. So before we get into the main topic, we're going to play a promo for another podcast right here on. Do you remember?
Soul Forge.
Yes.
Oh, but
And the ESO network.
oh, the ESO network. Yeah,
Everybody always forgets that part.
I know.
But
I'm
here-
sorry.
That's
ESO.
okay. Here's the promo.
It's a new era for Doctor Who.
Life depends on change and renewal.
And the crew from Earth Station Who podcast will continue to guide you through the past, present, and future of the franchise.
Though not necessarily in that order.
Join us for some wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey talk of stories new and old.
Listen to Earth Station Who wherever you access your podcasts. We're a proud member of the ESO Network.
We're all stories in the end.
And wasn't that wonderful?
That was great.
Great.
I love this.
Okay.
This is so much fun.
You're such a good sport.
Thank you.
Welcome. Okay. So not too long ago, you made a Facebook post about being bullied at your age.
I did.
What happened?
I have to admit, I was floored. I have a very different name, and I know I do. Gaelyn is not a common name.
No.
very easy to mispronounce. Usually I get Gaelyn. I understand it, but it's frustrating. So I'm not embarrassed by my name. But the reason I go by G is because honestly, I understand it is a lot easier to remember. Gaelyn's, again, not always the easiest name to remember. And G also kind of became fun for what I do, find the G spot. Right,
exactly. I think that was the name of our first episode.
Exactly. So some people actually know me by my maiden name. I have introduced myself as Mackenzie before when I just can see that they're not going to grasp the concept of, I don't know why Gaelyn is hard, but apparently it is. So I had this guy, I'm not even going to call him a gentleman because he was anything but. I had a guy come in.
To the store.
Yep. He came into the store and, you know, joking around and, you know, what can I help you with? And I was answering questions. And finally, somehow we got onto the subject and he asked, oh, are you the owner? And I'm going, do I want to admit this? I'm like, why do you ask it like that? And I said, yeah. He goes, oh, I've always wondered who would own a sex shop. I'm like, okay. We're not going to bother correcting because, as you know, I prefer being called an adults only store.
Right.
Because this is proper and there's nothing wrong with taking care of yourself and intimacy.
Exactly.
We're not a dirty, dark secret.
No, it's bright. It's right on the corner. Everybody can see it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, but we're not going to correct him. We'll just let him have it. And then he said, well, what's your name? And I kind of feel like an idiot because I should have known to just not say it. And I said, Gaelyn. And he goes, huh, what? I said, Gaelyn. And he literally burst out laughing.
As if.
And he goes, oh, effing. Oh, I feel bad for you. And I was like, I'm sorry. He goes, oh, what kind of name is that? And I'm standing here. The mom and me wanted to smack him.
I guess so.
The mom and me wanted to call his mom and say, excuse you, what have you done? Or dad or whoever.
Whoever, yeah.
But the little girl in me was fighting so hard to not cry.
I can imagine.
And I'm going, are you kidding me right now? I thought I was over because, of course, all through school, I was called Gaylord. I was called gay. Hindsight.
As it turns out.
Good job, Mom. Thanks for the foreshadowing. But, I mean, you know, so I grew up with it. And that's why I started going by either Mackenzie or, of course, I had a lot of fun nicknames. Shorty, Smurf, short stuff, right? My whole 4'10" stature. But he didn't just like, ha ha. I mean, he full-heartedly laughed.
And he went on and on.
And went on and on. I feel so bad for you. About what? Oh, you must have been teased all your life. And I'm like, apparently I'm still being teased, right? And he left. And I did. I had to call Lisa and I started crying. And I'm going, well, this is stupid. Like, how can I be 47?
47. 47. 47. 47. 47. 47. 47. 47. 47. 47.
No!
Crying because I just got made fun of. And then I stopped and I went, adult bullying still exists. It doesn't stop when you leave high school.
No.
I mean, nobody should be bullied.
No.
But
I
thought it stopped. But apparently it doesn't.
You would think so.
Right?
And this guy must have been a good age.
Yeah, he was, yeah, probably in his like late 20s, early 30s. Like,
so he should know better.
Right?
Just
you
a
would
moron.
think so. Yeah. Yeah, just one of those. And then it got me to thinking, oh my gosh, how much do we think we're teasing somebody, and is it being construed by that other person as teasing and fun, or like it's a fine line?
Bullying or teasing,
right? And it is a fine line.
It is.
And in all honesty, so I've taught my children, we tease a lot in our family, right? We're always poking fun at each other,
because it's good to get a bit of a backbone.
Exactly. And what we've learned is like, okay, guys, enough. I get it, but enough. And you have to stop.
You have to know when you've gone too far.
Exactly. And then you either have to say, hey, I thought we were having fun, but I'm sorry. Or just, if you can't say you're sorry because you're kind of like, okay, well, I thought we were having fun, but that's on you now. But wow. So now take a step back, and without thinking you're bullying, maybe you are, right?
It's true.
And from relationships to parents,
Oh, yeah.
bullying kids, you know, and kids even bullying parents.
It happens.
Right? But yeah, it got me thinking. So what are aspects of where you get bullied? And wow. So how do we make it stop?
And it still affects you all these years later because you've got the leftover trauma.
Exactly.
You never get over it.
No. The last time my name was made fun of, though, I have never laughed so hard in my life.
Oh,
so
yeah?
my cousin got married in Ottawa, and she's one of these wonderfully artsy type people. So that's the type of people she attracted to her wedding reception. Super fun. Obviously, there are some substances, some drinking, and there was a lot of fun going on. Well, by the end of the night, Kelly, my partner, and I were getting ready to leave, and this girl, very drunkenly and who knows, high on whatever, "Who are you here for?" I was like, "Joey." "Who's she to you?" And I'm like, "Joey's my first cousin." "Huh, well, what's your name?" And again, before I could think of it, I said, "Gaelyn." She's like, "What?" She goes, "Well, I know that. What's your name?" I'm like, "Gaelyn." And she goes, "Well, I know you're gay, Lynn, so why do you need to announce it? Can you not just say Lynn?" I'm like,
Oh, jeez.
"Oh, for the love of God." I'm like, "No, what? No, it's all..." And I just looked at Kelly and I said, "I'm done." I said, "Kelly, you're up to the plate." Kelly's like, "No, her name is Gaelyn." And she's like, "Yeah, but I don't care what you are." And Kelly's like, "No, her name's Mackenzie." I'm like, there we have it. Like, again, it was a situation like that one was funny. That one just made me like, oh, good Lord. I do not walk around going, "Hi, I'm gay and my name's Lynn." No, like, no, what? No.
Right.
Honey, put the bottle down. Like,
Yeah, she had a bit too much.
oh, just a little. And that one was funny, but this one, no.
Not so
No,
much.
Not so much.
No.
No. And then, like I said, I was, trying to think, holy, like, okay. And obviously, one of the other biggest bullyings is people get bullied for their weight.
Yes.
And I have a couple that come in here, and it almost bugs me every time I see them coming in, because he is a very much a bully to her, right? Because she'll be looking at something and he's like, "Okay, well, do you want it?" She's like, "Well, I don't know." He goes, and then he'll get mad. He's like, "Well, we're in here. Are you buying it or not?" And she's like, "Well, I don't know." And it's like, "Okay, well, stop bullying her into it. If she doesn't want it, she doesn't want it.
Exactly.
If you do, then you buy it."
Exactly.
And and again, same with, like, I listen to people bully themselves. That's the one that gets me.
Right, because they've been traumatized
Yes.
growing up, and
Yeah.
so then they put themselves down.
Exactly. And I'm not just talking about my women.
No.
My men do it to themselves
I'm such
too.
an idiot. I can't do anything right.
Yep.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, well, obviously, if I need to buy these herbal supplements, there's something wrong with me. I don't know why she bothers with me, and and it just makes me want to hug them and cry and say, obviously, dude, come on, she's with you. So obviously there's something, there's a lot to you. And then, of course, with my women, most of it is, "Oh, you don't have lingerie that could fit this." I'm like, watch me, because we do. And we'll make you feel like you deserve to, because you are beautiful.
But everybody's got
And
low
it's-
self-esteem.
Yep.
Because of years and years of trauma and bullying and all the stuff. Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I got bullied all throughout public school and high school, so I totally get it.
Yeah. And look at you now. Ha-ha.
Look at me now, the podcast host.
Right? Standing in the best little adults only store ever.
That's right here on Korah Road in Sault Ste.
I love it. And I mean, and just all the friends, and you have a great career, and come on, like, it just, but yeah, it kills me. And he really made me stop and have to think. And I've always taught my kids, and even myself, that one smile, you do not know what you just did for that person just by smiling and saying hi to them.
Exactly.
And it was funny when I got thrown into Toronto when my mom was sick, and I was in Toronto for 17 days, which was a lifetime for me, because Winnipeg's a big city, but I left Winnipeg when I was 13, moved to a smaller city, so Toronto is very scary for me. That's a very big city vibe.
Yeah, I don't like it there either.
No. And it was so funny, because I'm like to think of myself as a naturally bubbly, friendly person.
You are.
And I smiled and said hi to somebody, because I was walking every single day to the hospital. So I smiled and I said hi to them, and they just stopped dead and looked right at me and went, do I know you? And I said, oh, I don't, I'm sorry. I don't think so. It was just a habit. And they're like, you don't, thank you. I was like, you're welcome. And I'm like, thank you. I needed that smile. And I was like, okay, well, have a great day, and then I walked away going, yeah. But then the table was reversed for me. Mm-hmm. And there was one of the days, a few of the days were rough with my mom down there because the news was just pouring in left, right, and center. Mom's great. Everything went fine. Good. And there was one day I left the hospital and I was beside myself. And of course I was in Toronto alone, right? Like she's in the hospital, but Kelly couldn't come down. The girls were watching the store, so I was there alone. Mm-hmm. So I had to pay a bill while I was down there, and I went into the place and the one lady's like, we can't help you. And I'm like, how can you not help me? Like, I don't need this extra stress. I need to pay this. I can't go home yet. How can you not help me? Well, then another young lady that worked there, she goes, come over here. I might be able to do something. And I sat in the chair and she just looks at me. She goes, I can do this for you. Well, I started crying because, of course, I'm exhausted. And she goes, are you okay? And I just kind of verbal diarrheaed, right? Mm-hmm. And I said, oh, I'm so sorry. And she goes, no. She goes, you know what? Thank you as well. Thank you for, making me feel good today because I helped somebody. Nice. And sure enough, I was walking down the road 2 days later and she was out having a cigarette. And she's like, oh my God. She goes, did your mom have your surgery? How's your mom? How's everything? I was like, oh, thank you. She goes, you got a minute? Come inside. Come and sit. And it just, can we just do that?
Acknowledge some humanity.
Right? Mm-hmm. Like, can we just not?
There's not enough of it.
No, there isn't. No. And I think in all honesty, I think COVID set us back again. Oh yeah, big time. Right? Because we lost our touch with humanity. Well, yeah, we were and everybody in their own way suffered. Everybody suffered. And nobody's better than anybody. Nobody suffered worse because everybody's suffering is bad because it's their suffering. Exactly. So acknowledge it. Mm-hmm. You might not think it's a big deal, but they do. That's right. What you think is a little problem is huge on their plate. Exactly. So just stop, for the love of God, everybody. Just be nice. Right? Just be nice. That's it. And I mean, if you like to hug, throw the hug in there. Mm-hmm. Everybody likes a hug. Right? Well, not everybody. Not everybody. Oh, and that's where I get myself in trouble because I forget some people aren't touchy-feely and I am such a huggy person and I'm like, sorry. I'm not used to having to ask to give you a hug. I just want to hug you because it's fun to hug and I'm soft and squishy. But that's what happened to me, and it yeah.
And what did you learn from all that?
Well, next time I'm jacking the prices on his purchase just alone.
There you go. That's fair. Good plan.
But again, you know what? I'm not saying I'm not a victim, or I'm not saying I'm not a perpetrator of it. And
we don't always realize that we've done that.
Yep. And I know I have to be careful with my words too. So it made me remind myself how to, kid gloves with certain situations.
Let's be more self-aware.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Because I wondered what had happened.
Yeah. And the other form, and I think this is another form of bullying because I made a post about this. Please stop reminding me how much cheaper it is online. Please just, I know it is, but you don't have to come into my actual business and look at something and go, well, I can get this for this. I know you can. I'm not a CEO. Right. I'm not a huge corporation. I employ local people. I support everybody.
You're a brick and mortar store.
Right?
You have
and I'm doing
overhead.
my best.
Yeah. That's right.
But how much do I try to give back?
So much.
You got a stag and dough? Amore's always here to help.
You're always doing fundraisers and helping people out.
Because that's what we do. And I love it. And I'm not doing it for the accolades. I do that because that's what you do. Mm-hmm. But that's, to me, another form of the bullying. Like, don't remind me. Because I know.
Exactly.
But hey. Yep. But that's okay. Obviously, we have lots of love and support going around here.
Exactly. Yep. That's right. So,
enough love and support that we have emotivators coming in.
Yep. Can't wait to have a review on that one of these upcoming episodes.
I think, that'll definitely have to be the next one. What did we think of the eggplant?
There you go. Okay. So just remind our listeners before we go, what's the address here again?
331 Korah Road, right on the corner of Korah and Douglas. Open 7 days a week.
Amazing.
Yeah. Because you just never know when the mood's going to hit you.
That's right. It's not Amazon, but you got the personal touch here.
Oh boy, do you ever.
Exactly.
Yes, and it's not a fake, because there's some fakes floating around Amazon, so be careful you don't get electrocuted.
That's right. Exactly.
That kind of serves you right.
There you go.
Oh, whoops, was that bullying?
It might have been.
Oopsies.
Oh boy. And on that note, dear listener, thanks for coming by the Forge and taking a listen. Take care of all yourselves and each other. And remember, sticks and stones may break our bones, but words hurt us, so be kind. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Soul Forge podcast. Your support is greatly appreciated, and we hope you'll tune in again next time. Remember that you can visit soulforgepodcast.com for all of our social media links, and don't forget to share the show with everyone you know. The Soul Forge podcast is your best source for living your best life.
Think about it.
This has been a broadcast of the ESO Network. Be part of the crew and help support our shows by donating to our ESO Patreon or by shopping at the TeePublic store, which can all be found at www.esonetwork.com. The ESO Network, your station for all things geek.